प्यारे से वतन में, उस मीठे से वतन में। जाना है वहाँ हमको जहाँ बाप और दादा है, वो जाना है वहाँ हमको जहाँ बाप और दादा है। बनना किया बाबा से वादा है, जो बाबा से किया था वो वादा निभाएंगे। हम उड़ के चले जाएं, ओ हम उड़ के चले प्यारे से वतन में, उस मीठे से वतन में। वतन में है ठहरे हुए बाबा हमारे लिए हो वतन में है ठहरे हुए बाबा हमारे लिए कर रहे हैं इंतजार घर ले जाने के लिए आकारी बन करके हम वतन में जाएंगे हम उड़ के चले जाएं ओ हम उड़ के चले जाएं उस प्यारे से वतन में उस प्यारे से वतन में उस मीठे से वतन में हो अव्यक्त वतन में हो हम उड़ के चले जाएं उस प्यारे से वतन में हो उस मीठे से वतन में
Om Shanti. Taking everyone's love remembrances. When Baba called me, I went to Baba to offer bhog to Baba. Baba gave very, very loveful drishti. And Baba's love is also Baba's power. And then I offered bhog. Baba, with lot of love, accepted bhog. Baba said that sometimes you feel that it's a lot of efforts you have to make. So Baba said that for anything in the life, if you want your flowers to stay fresh, if you want your lamps to remain ignited, anything, you will have to sustain it. Whether you have to pour oil regularly or you have to water your flowers, plants regularly. So same is efforts. Efforts have to be consistent, regular. Baba says, if there is a long gap, and especially Baba said, 3 qualities at this time are very important. One is to remain peaceful and calm. Because Baba says, when you lose those qualities, then you also feel very weak inside. And when you are weak, then your mind has a lot of wasteful thoughts, doubting the self, doubting drama. Subtle thoughts start coming about doubts. So doubtful thoughts means weak mind. And then Baba said that when you find that, like flowers, if they're withering, they're not blossomed, it requires water, right? So same with when you find you are not happy, cheerful. Sometimes it does happen that you don't find that you are very light and cheerful. So what you do at that time? Hmm? What you do? Baba said, whether do listen to Baba's Murli or do chit chat, share the points of knowledge from the morning Murli. Somewhere the shower of knowledge is very, very important at that time so that you can remain cheerful and blossom. So Baba says, so silence is also a good power. If you are not able to, if you have weak thoughts or you're not happy, just go into a sweet silence. Not sad silence, but sweet silence. But also Baba said that just see what burden is, any burden has come, any heaviness is there. And then Baba said that actually Baba pulls all the souls. But some, they feel the pull, they go up to certain extent and then they drop off because some water subtle weaknesses are there. So today Baba was saying that effort will be required all the time. You shouldn't feel it's too much effort, too long effort, because you need efforts. Like you have to sustain your body. So same is sustenance of the soul. You know how much we all do for the body. We want meals 3 times, we want snacks, we want tea, coffee. But for the soul also. So Baba said, do efforts and with loving, very loveful feelings, and there will definitely be more and more attainments. So Baba was just saying that don't get tired of making efforts. You will need efforts, and if you do regularly, you won't feel tired also. So Baba was sharing many aspects of how do we sustain ourselves. And then Baba gave lots of love, remembrances for all of us. Om Shanti.
वो दिन कितने प्यारे थे, ये दिन भी कितने प्यारे हैं। तब बाबा साथ हमारे थे, तब बाबा साथ हमारे थे। बाबा अब भी साथ हमारे हैं।
कोई दे नहीं दे, लेकिन मुझे दाता बनना है। किसी भी संस्कार के वश परवश आत्मा हो, उस आत्मा को मुझे सहयोग देना है। तो किसी का भी हद का संस्कार आपको बढ़ जाइए। मन में भावना तो है, लेकिन नहीं है, मुझे करना ही है। कोई ऐसी चलन व बोलते भी हो, लेकिन अगर आपके काम का नहीं है, अच्छा नहीं लगता है, तो लो नहीं। बुरी चीज ली जाती है क्या? मन में धारण करना अर्थात लेना, दिमाग तक भी नहीं। दिमाग में भी आ गई ना बात, वो भी नहीं। जब है ही बुरी चीज, अच्छी है नहीं, तो दिमाग और दिल में लो नहीं, ये नहीं, धारण नहीं करो। और ही लेने की बजाय शुभ भावना, शुभ कामना, दाता बन दो, लो नहीं। क्यों? अभी समय के अनुसार अगर दिल और दिमाग खाली नहीं होगा, तो निरंतर सेवादारी नहीं बन सके। बच्चे, मैं आपके सदा साथ हूँ।
Om Shanti, Merciful and Bestower. Finish the word why. Now, a queue of souls will come in front of you, saying, O bestowers of liberation, grant us liberation. Because you are the direct children of the bestower of liberation. You are the children who have all rights. The queue is formed, but the weakness of the word why has kept the doors closed. Therefore, now finish the word why. The door to problems. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today is day 27. Merciful and Bestower. Finish the word why. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Happy Sadguruvar to everyone. Baba said one of the important quality you need to have is to be peaceful. But in a very, very subconscious mind, in the subtle way, there is always some questions. But also, I think if there is nature or habit of worrying, this could happen, that could happen. We don't know the future, what's going to happen in future. Very subtly, the thoughts do come. I sometimes look inside. Do we have any kind of fears? Externally, yes, no fears. But deep within, but that also because something from the past, something from someone's story, something, it does emerge. And that is why, even if we're hearing the experiences and stories of others, always remind yourself that my karmas, my future, my fortune is different. Once you remind yourself, then you could remain deep into whether silence or a peaceful state of mind. Because power is very important these days. And when you are peaceful, you can accumulate power. But otherwise, there is leakage very subtly. And also, I like what Baba said, that you will have to make efforts. You don't have to labor, but make efforts all the time. So, like I pass a day and I didn't study or revise or did proper traffic control, by the evening you definitely will feel that you don't have that much enthusiasm, you don't have. So whatever you're doing, there's lack of enthusiasm in that. So Baba rightly said that everything in this world has to be sustained. If you want plant to remain blossom, then you have to water it, put it in light. So same is with all of us. We have to keep making some efforts or other. And especially this subtle leakage, very subtle. Sometimes even we are not aware, but as Baba is saying, that some influence come. And it's surprisingly that whether, let's say you are in Gyan, many are not in Gyan in your family, even if they don't say, but it's always a very subtle thing. As soon as you are little weak, they are victorious in the sense of whether it's your principles of eating food or any kind of principles. You will say it's all right, no? What does it matter? Now you are becoming weak. So until end, we have to remain very, very strong, powerful. Because that's where, it's in the end, what is my final stage? My yoga with Baba, my following Shrimat accurately, living by all the principles, not to give up at any stage because of the, basically it's not anyone's influence, but we become weak. So don't think I'm in knowledge for 30 years, 40 years, 50. I don't need efforts, right? I think we all need efforts all the time. So it's so interesting when Baba is saying today that stop asking why, right? No questions. But really, really just trust, faith in Brahma, faith in Baba, always. Because yes, Maya will take test, but remind yourself, we just celebrated today. There was tilak of victory on everyone's forehead. Baba put the tilak of victory. Just keep reminding yourself, I am a victorious soul. I am a victorious soul. That awareness, that thought has to remain, as Baba said, in an emerged form. Today, Baba is saying everything should be in an emerged form. Bestower in an emerged form. If anyone is lacking any virtue, let me share my virtue. Not look at anyone's weakness, but give the donation to me. Baba said, become the bestower. That means give whatever power, whichever virtue is required. And I think it's creating my fortune. And one feels very happy helping others also to create their fortune. So we cannot get tired, we cannot be defeated. We have to remain victorious because we have to glorify Baba also. Because if we get defeated, how we will glorify Baba's name? We have still, Baba said, there are many, many who would want to get liberation, freedom, their sanskar, freedom from habits, freedom from sorrow. So we all have to constantly be bestower. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, my divine angelic family of Yakti Parivar, happy Satguruvar, and Om Shanti, Mohini Didi. Thank you so much for the words of wisdom, but also for that Vogue message. Such a beautiful, deep, clear message. It's as if Baba today wants us to keep our chit clean and clear, our mind cool, calm, and perhaps our intellect powerful. Like you said, we have to sustain it like a garden. And it's interesting because on one hand, we say, oh, have faith in drama, everything is predestined. Then it's not that we become lax and just whatever happens. And it's not that we question why, as you said, that doesn't keep our chit clean and clear or our mind calm. So how do we be proactive and keeping my intellect clean, clear, pure, peaceful?
How?
Well, I could elaborate a little bit because I brought up, the homework from yesterday for today with the class, and it was synonymous with everyone. Yes, we have to be bestowers. Yes, we have to give good wishes. I feel so powerful when I give good wishes and pure feelings. But then something happens where you have at workplace and you have a domineering boss, and you'll forgive them. Maybe someone did harm, someone maybe even stole something from you. But you forgive, but inside someone was sharing how they feel that resentment. They want to forgive, but it's just so hard. They want their chit to be clean and clear. And Brahma Baba, he passed through so many tests. So what is the yuktis so that I can keep that balance of being calm and peaceful, proactive and powerful?
Yeah. Actually, like whether my boss says, you know, gets upset quickly or whatever reason, that soul needs a lot of mercy. That soul needs a lot of love. And, we know that why they behaving like that. There's something, uh, whether it's lacking, sometimes it could be their sanskar, or they are upset about something, then they can get angry on anyone. I find that whenever somebody does, first thing is, if you are strong, powerful, nobody can hurt you, right? And if you feel you are being hurt, it's lack of your own power. It's not necessarily only the behavior of someone, but you are weak somewhere, or you expecting something different and it's happening different. What I find in my life, that to be deceived or to get into loss, or as you said, somebody stole something, that won't happen to you. So what I would suggest from now, just be very firm, very powerful inside, that nobody can hurt you, nobody can harm you, nobody can take away anything from you, right? So that and everything belongs to Baba, I belong to Baba. How can anyone hurt me? So as Baba said, that we don't take, not necessarily, don't accept all that. And because our power is very incognito. One time I remember when I came in the beginning, because you come out of Lokic world and from university, so we are strong in many things, in the sense of the way we say things. And but now that same power, which was more verbal, that same power is in my quietness. But in that quietness and calmness, nobody can, really, even if some people will, say certain things, but I just smile, because I feel that, okay, that's what they believe, that's all right. So whether it comes to workplace or in the family or in our unlimited family, as many people will see you, they will have a different opinion for you, maybe say different things for you. You should enjoy it and be happy about it, but not get like, oh, why this one said it. I always sometimes go and say to them, oh, I heard you said this for me. I was very happy to hear. Create friendship and not distances or animosity or grudges or complaint. Create friendship with everyone, because, okay, whatever anyone thinks about you, I mean, you should know yourself so well that the opinion of others, the criticism people call it, I somehow or other never, many times, not recently, but people say, oh, this one says this. Oh, I said, okay, it's all right. What is there? If you meet that person, say, I heard and thank you for that. So remain into your self-respect and inner strength and stability, and no one can hurt you and no one should be able to hurt you. They will try, maybe, but it won't hurt. But just be, not only forgive, but also bestow, because that soul really needs something, because doing wrong. So maybe when I bestow, the change could happen. And I like today, and whenever Baba said, make others like you, feel happy when you see that the change is happening in others also. So yes, we have to be proactive, but also internally very stable, very strong. As I said, Baba also said, peace is power also. So it will work. It will work. Don't sit back and say, even if once it didn't happen or once something happened. it will not continue forever, because you have to be spiritually very strong.
Mhm.
Right?
So what do you mean by such things won't happen to you? No one would steal your car or break into the house, or you know, is it that our yoga power needs to be stronger? Yes.
See, yoga power is stronger, but also whatever precautions are to be taken. Today, whole day, I was thinking that when we are pure, we create a energy which is Sato energy. And Sato energy is such energy that nobody can hurt it, nobody can reach there. So whether it is my own mind, the atmosphere I create, it's like Sato Guni, it's like golden age, Sato Pradhan. So when Baba says you're becoming Sato Pradhan, and I always, that is why I'm very careful of the each thought, because my thought is Rajo. So the things which will happen around me will also be mixed. But if my thought is Sato all the time, I'm in that Sato stage, then I'm creating golden age world around me, and nothing of Kali Yuga, nothing of Kali Yuga sanskars can affect anything around me, any situation. But we sometimes our thought is not Sato, not Tamo, but it's Rajo. And Rajo means it's influenced by past, it's weak thought, maybe it will happen, maybe it will not, like subtly it's not totally stable and of full faith. So definitely, I'm not saying, nothing will happen, but nothing should happen. That's what I'm saying. If we are in our Sato energy. Sato energy is a very, very beautiful, it can create such a powerful environment that if there is a problem, it will get solved. If somebody intend to do something harm, mind will change. It will happen. It has to happen. We all will experience this as our stage, Sato stage. That's how we will go into Sato Pradhan world. That is golden age, right? So
I love this. I love what you're saying. It's new for me, Sato energy. It's that really elevated frequency. And then, as you said, the Rajasic, and then of course, Tamasic would be very stuck, heavy energy. We wouldn't go there. That's done. But then I would think the waste thinking, the worry, the concern, that creates that static. But what I'm hearing, Didi, is this peaceful stage, the loveful stage. And over the weeks now, we've heard every angle about bestowing. And I'm finally getting it in my chit that to bestow is a power. It also cleans, it also empowers, and as of course, it creates service, true service.
because if you want cooperation, if you want others to take care of Baba's yagya, because I always think, if not me, whosoever is there. So as much you bestow, they start getting empowered, and that service to yagya. It's not only I am thinking this one should become, but making others worthy, making others gaining more self-trust is yagya service, no? Because that's where they will serve yagya, all of us together. But even otherwise, so increasing their ability, their trust, so that they can become Baba's good instruments.
Now, Brahma Baba, he faced so many challenges, whether it was defamation or whatever obstacles. And so is it that he maintained that Sato energy? And because you're calm and clear, you can pick up what Shiv Baba's can indicate what to do next, perhaps. Can you
Yeah.
maybe elaborate on what Brahma Baba did?
Yeah, Brahma Baba, when the picketing was happening, parents came, they wanted to take away children, but children didn't want it to go. He was on the 5th floor in same building, standing and watching and smiling, as if he knew that nothing will happen. What will they do? They cannot do anything. And it's true, because finally, around 2 o'clock, when they saw children are not going, they are thirsty, they are hungry, but still they're not ready to go. So it's like we have to believe that it is truth, it is right, and we have to win. Its victory is there.
Mhm.
So, but then we start getting little scared. Maybe it won't work. Maybe this could happen. Now it's our weak thoughts, right? But if we say that, no, Baba had said victory is with you. So Brahma Baba with Shiv Baba, but also from his own, that Baba is there, and Baba had, it's Baba's task. Even, sometimes Baba used to like to create ripples also. Once we had something in the court. So Baba said to sisters, when you go, don't take oath with Gita by saying that I see God everywhere. You should just say, God is my Father,
Mhm.
and He is observing, and I take oath in His name. But don't say that He is everywhere. Any time, like Baba will say, don't get scared, speak the truth. And when you speak the truth, they will be kind of, because they never heard that before. So they won't have any answer or courage.
Oh, yes.
Same happened to Mama. She went in the court and she said whatever was truth. And because it was so different and elegant, and looking at her faith, even judge couldn't understand what to do, what to say to her. And he said, okay, let's postpone the case, because he was not ready for it. So I think that somewhere we have to, I like some of these qualities, of course, Brahma Baba had, but Brother Bridgeborn, whenever there is something, a situation, he is so, like, say this is Baba's words, this is the truth, speak about it.
Mhm.
And, someday the result comes in a way. In a recent conference, many said, we never heard this before. Like before, they used to say, why don't Brahma Kumaris believe in scriptures? Why don't they believe in Gita? And now they say, what they're saying is divine. What they're saying is truth. So I think whatever, every word Baba has said has to come true, right? But if I am myself doubting, how can I speak the truth also, right? So Brahma Baba had this total victory, whether it was deformation, whether it was whatever way they were trying to kind of harm them, discourage them, but it never happened. It never happened, because Baba was smiling, cheerful. He knew that all this are the games, they will happen, but finally, victory is of Baba's children, right?
Yes, thank you so much, Mohini Didi. That's very powerful, very timely. It's will be good for us to think about, to never say why, never worry, and never fear. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Merciful and bestower. Finish the word why. Now a queue of souls will come in front of you saying, O bestowers of liberation, grant us liberation. Because you are the direct children of the bestower of liberation, you are the children who have all rights. The queue is formed, but the weakness of the word why has kept the doors closed. Therefore, now finish the word why, the door to problems. Om Shanti.
Merciful and Bestower. Finish the word why. Now, a queue of souls will come in front of you, saying, O bestowers of liberation, grant us liberation. Because you are the direct children of the bestower of liberation. You are the children who have all rights. The queue is formed, but the weakness of the word why has kept the doors closed. Therefore, now finish the word why, the door to problems. रहम दिल दातापन क्यों शब्द को समाप्त करो। अभी आत्माओं की क्यू आपके सामने आएंगी। हे मुक्तिदाता मुक्ति दो, क्योंकि मुक्तिदाता के डायरेक्ट बच्चे हो, अधिकारी बच्चे हो। क्यों तैयार है, लेकिन क्यों शब्द की कमजोरी का दरवाजा बंद है। इसलिए समस्याओं का दरवाजा क्यों शब्द को समाप्त करो। ओम शांति। Om Shanti Avyakti Parivar. So tomorrow is Friday and we'll have a regular schedule Amrit Vela and evening session. So now let's remember Baba and take drishti from Devi.
Om Shanti. Good night, everyone. Om Shanti. Good night.